Hello, in this short video I'm going to show you how to record emissions from distribution on the farm carbon calculator and what it will actually show you in your carbon footprint of your business. Okay, so we're going to go to the distribution section on the carbon calculator, and I've preloaded some data in a report here. So this, to be very clear, is the boundary of when you're taking your food products beyond the farm gate. So you might be selling to a supermarket depot. It might be a small business like a veg box business. You might be selling to a processor, or any point to effectively the point of sale. So you need to determine where that point of sale is. As I say, it may be the final customer, it may be an intermediary. So down here, I've pre-populated it already with a bit of data, and we can see two examples. In the first one, we've got a farm running a van, and they're doing veg box deliveries. So they're doing around 50 miles, taking a ton of produce. So this is tons, but they're doing it every week of the year. So there's 52 deliveries a year. And total emissions for the year, 3.2 tons of CO2e. In the second example, we've got an HGV, a big lorry, taking potatoes from a farm to a supermarket depot, or a processing unit to a supermarket depot. So it's a longer journey, 200 miles, but it's only going 5 times a year and carrying 44 tons at a time. So that means a total of about 220 tons being shipped, sent by haulage, and that's 8.47 tons of CO2e. So let's go through a real life example and actually put the data in. So as always, we go to the Add New button. And in this example, we're going to use road freight. And again, we're going to go for a refrigerated lorry this time. Okay, for slightly higher emissions because it's got to run that refrigeration. And this time we're going to carry some milk. So again, this is going to be a regular thing. So we're going to go from the farm to the dairy. We're going to say that is a journey of 35 miles, and it's going to pick up. We're going to use, of course, it's litres, but we're going to convert it to tonnes. So we'll say that it's going to pick up 2 tonnes, roughly 2,000 litres of milk a day, let's say, but it's going to do that every single day of the year. Okay, so 365. So we're going to save that, and that will work out the emissions of that haulage between the farm and the dairy, at which point it's no longer your responsibility. So that total every day, so it's about 7.1 tons of CO2e. And as usual, you can click on the donut chart and understand the biggest impacts there in your delivery. Now, I'll just show you another example of where information we can put in, and that would be direct fuel use. Okay, so this is even more accurate. So actually, if you know the exact amount of fuel that's been used to deliver your produce for the entire year, so in this example, we're going to say 3,000 litres of diesel, then we can actually just click save, and that will automatically work that out in terms of the direct emissions from that action. One very important point to note in this section is that you don't double count. Okay, so if you've entered data here into the let's go back to the main section. If you've entered data in here, don't also put it in the fuel section. Okay, it's very, very important not to double count, but it's also really handy to separate it out, because if you put in, for example, the diesel you've used in a van for delivery in the fuel section, it won't be clear where that fuel is being used. Whereas if the fuel's just being used in tractors on the farm, but then also in vans for distribution, it's really helpful to separate that out, because then you understand the impacts of where those emissions are, where the hotspots are, and how to do something about it. So hopefully that's been helpful in just being able to understand how to calculate the emissions from your distribution of produce and where to set the boundaries when you're measuring that.